and this is happening behind the Independence Square in Osu here in Accra. Currently, the chief of Osu, on which the land area is addressing the gathering, which has the President of the Republic of Ghana, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, in attendance. We'll go over now to the launch of the Marine Drive project.
Mancheme jen achia benkame ame no ji mambiye ne kenokwe ameli bona me kame ba wie lele ame ke fe wie mo ni mene wo fe wona ake Marine Drive je ibaba no shi ebano Noni pe wakpa amlalu efaiji ake shiwo fe ni ewowo ekafe wo shelempeni shimoe eye no ehawo ni wo hi owo yu ake ibaye no ehawo pepepe titiri hunji Osu sen ka Osu traditional council ke mi bi fe ene wo kenfo ehie ake ye no ni ya no ne oba kpale fai ne bo modern ni eha Osu municipality koni nu chumo na ba afi ne anye akula le ojugba ni se na mo eba eha mambi wo ke wie mo ipi efon wo lo hie ohimo ke yeli ji ake obanna fena ni ake wo himanyi lo fio ne fi ne wo himo ke yeli ake iba fi fe ke ya na agbe oblahi ko blayi wo bi ane wo wie mo da aji wona anu chumo wo be nu chumo mene nu chumo eba sheshi Oba kpafai wakaka fe ani how she wo fe waka wakon abo shishi ke hani wo wose ango meni chuoni hu kana agbako ya aba waya mancheshia waya traditional council say nyechi anya benka awo how mo kana agbaye oba jaji ajaka ka ashino ke echire hi meji ahie echinamowa shikomeko ayeko tourism minister ke opian for the FFN okay ayeko twa no manya brown
yeah ni Akufo-Addo Kenka, the 6th paramount chief of Osu ni Akufo-Addo. Moving on straight to the Bese Manche Ni Aibonte the 2nd, the very last in the series of solidarity messages. Ni Aibonte the 2nd, the Gbese Manche, will now have his solidarity message.
Ago ni mekename, akago, ago chemekenyeme, mbuago ha, His Majesty ni Aibonte ni dienyo Gbese Manche, ni ha onaya. Akago wamanye nyelo niji Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo wamanye nakanoji wanyemiyo egwako yenichumone niji Catherine Afeku honorable tourism minister nekenu chumone egwako nike wo machemenu wo gwako yehi shimene gbine wo fe wo ba oba ye odase wo hwe ni ka wo hie je mene neke Marine Drive ne no ji ake
wɔfɛn wɔ minhyɛ gye ŋmɛnɛ afi nyuma ekpaane ni ɔsajifo dɔkta Kwame Nkrumah Agyinsi enye efe mɛɛba so ɔma ohun enye lɔ ne di Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo ŋmɛnɛ etwa esumɔ hɛn agame wɔlɛsi danu ɔkaba ada lɛsi edza kɛ abaate nɔle kɛ efe nɔgamefe kɛ eyuadɔn ni nɔfia nɔni wɔkɛ wolohin yɛ wɔn kpa wɔn minister ni di tourism minister ɛyɛ numu ɛde aka die kɔmi aka kɔ akɔfita yi akɛfɛn awɔ wolohin yɛ pɛpɛɛpɛ n'atu yɛ ni game wɔn ayɛ sɛ ni wɔ mankyɛmɛ ni wɔ ba kɛmɛ ni na mi ba fɛ ɛna sɛ mo fɛn mo ba fɛ ekome ni wɔ sa ɔyɛ afɔle nɔni marine drive nɛ jɛ ŋmɛnɛ ekɔ marine drive nɛ eye wɔtɛ mɛ pii ɔnupa 60 years nɛ na de si na anya afɛ si jɛ moko wɔn ma nyɛ yɛn lɔ ne di Nana Akufo-Addo eke ba fɛ gan ekyɛ wɔyɛ 10 regions de kɛ ba fɛ gan. One of the famous city in Africa, although the best in Africa. No marine drive in eba takega. No gamachako akaka e Thomas oyene gamachako akaka e granade se. Mo fia mo ataya keje langba ka gbe boka keje boka ka gbe shral. Mi ke mo fia mo bi enu woba le ko be fe mo. Wo je politics. Wɔ nutumo mba wɔ nyami mɛgame ni bɛ nutumo wɔfɔ ɔba atwi ni ŋmɛnɛ daa gbin wɔ nsu aka ɔbɛ nutumo si wɔ honourable minister eha wɔ na si wo akɛ nutumo wɔ makyɛmɛ wɔde yɔ na esi ha wɔ na ɔmɔ fia mɔ ni ta nutumo eya na osu mankyɛ ne ba na gbese mankyɛ. Wɔdumɔ gan fɛn na lɛɛ dumɔ ka jɛ osu ka gbe tɛma mi dumɔ gan gagama tiɲɛ fɛn na wɔdie moko wɔka kɛ wɔdi sukɔn cɛmɛ wɔ kɛ moko ba ahe lɛ ɔba ahe gamu fɛn n'o fɛn ma ba tuni edza kɛ wɔ president eseedi no akɛmɔ fɛn ma ana nutumɔ wɔ bɛsi danu ɔkɔ ba da lɛsi nyɔnkɔni nyɔnkɔni ba da lɛsi na nɔnɔ mɔ mi nɛ diɛ no pɛ nibi baba o jɛlɛ wɔ hin yɛ. No, I can't marry them. Maybe lay no ni yano. Siko fagbe. Ote to South Africa. Ote Tunisia. Ote Ekome. Obana ke Ghana work with it. No, Bokoni Brafoke a vision. No one mene or for about 4 to any news year. Near Jack Paco about the what they show in chat, Manyaba.
Bessie Manche. Oradon, Wandawishi. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, this entire project, the Marine Drive project, has consultants, has developers, has people behind it, and of course, has clients, current and into the future. We'll do a quick acknowledgement of them, and then we shall have the address by the Tourism Minister, after which the President of the Republic will address us. At this point, I'd like to invite the Chief Executive Officer of the Ghana Tourism Authority, Mr. Akufo-Addo, to do a quick acknowledgement of these people and institutions, and then the Tourism Minister would address us. Mr. Akufo-Addo.
Thank you, Kwame. Your Excellency, Mr. President, Honorable Ministers of State, all protocols duly observed. The structure of this project going forward is going to be led at a very high level of government. And so there is an interministerial committee made up of the Ministers of Agriculture, Ministers of Lands, Ministers of Works and Housing, Transport, and of course, the Minister of Tourism, Arts and Culture. Overseeing this project at a strategic level is an advisory board made up of the Minister of Tourism as chair, the Mayor of Accra, the MPs of Ododo, Neil Van der Poy, and the MP of Osu Kole-Klote, Honorable Senator Ajima Rawlings. Also, part of this advisory board is the Chief Executive of the Ghana Investment Promotion Center, Lawyer Ko Esuman of the Office of the President, the CEO of the Ghana Tourism Development Company, and the CEO of GTA, which is incidentally myself. Going forward, there is a project management unit headed by Mr. Frederick Frimpong, Ni Ejeiteria, and Herbert Nante as community liaison officers. This team will be working closely with the consultants, Ajay and Associates as lead consultants, the consortium led by Frank Taki, in charge of planning and design, ABP Consult as engineering consultants, and SSC FSL as financial and legal consultants. They'll be working closely with the advisory board and, of course, the two anchor developers. And I want to acknowledge this is an indigenous project with two indigenous Ghanaian firms driving it. Mr. Atta Echampon of Atachi Construction and Mr. Douglas Frimpong of Freedog. Thank you. God bless us all.
Thank you very much, Mr. Kwesi Ajiman, Chief Executive Officer, Ghana Tourism Authority. Whilst he was speaking, he mentioned a number of ministers and also mentioned that one of them would play a very integral role in all of this. The Minister of Tourism, Arts and Culture now would have her addressers. She's a member of Parliament and she's the Minister of Tourism, Arts and Culture. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Catherine Afeku.
Thank you, Mr. Kwame Sefakai. Excellency, the President of the Republic of Ghana, Madam Chief of Staff, colleague members of state, and ministers of state, Nime Name, the diplomatic corps. Today indeed is a historic day for the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture, and the Republic of Ghana. Your Excellency, it will be recalled that this project started in 1963. Successive governments have played their roles. They've all played a part in getting it to this level. But when history is recalled, your name will be imprinted forever in the history books that it was under your leadership, Your Excellency, that this iconic project took off and it will see the light of day. And for this, the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture is eternally grateful. Mr. President, the core objectives of this Marine Drive project is to decongest the city center of non-conforming uses and reinstate new land use befitting the capital city. We also want to create an environment to attract high level of investments in the city center. Therefore, it implies a serious paradigm shift and effective development strategy as enunciated by the GTA CEO, hence the elaborate strategic team, advisory board members, and the project implementation committees. We also wish to say on behalf of the consultants that over the last 9 months, deliberations have been very fruitful, and we want to use this occasion to thank the chiefs and people of the Ghana state, especially Ni Kinka Dawuna Osu Manche and Ni Ayibonte Beshe Manche. To this point, Nime Name, ladies and gentlemen, I wish to express my sincere gratitude and that of the people of Ghana to Mr. President for his unflinching support and commitment to the Marine Drive Tourism Investment Project. Your Excellency, I'm eternally grateful. I wish to also use this opportunity to thank my predecessor, Elizabeth Ofosu-Addo, for the groundwork done to get us to the level of this takeoff. It is indeed significant that 2 women have brought it to this level. So the women of Gas State, you are assured a stake of this Marine Drive project once construction begins. I want to use this occasion to thank each and every one of you for being here to be a part of this historic journey. Please be an advocate of tourism. The face of tourism is changing. Akufo-Addo, I thank you.
Thank you very much, Catherine Abelema Afeku, Minister of Tourism, Arts and Culture. And of course, acknowledging your predecessor, Elizabeth Ofosu-Addo, who are here, is with us this afternoon. So wherever you are, thank you very much, Mrs. Elizabeth Ofosu-Addo, who made time to be here. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellency the President, this project is called the Marine Drive Project. And I'm sure, as you are aware, over $1.2 billion has been earmarked to go into this project. There are phases 1, 2, and it goes on all the way. The entire project, we hope, will be covered in a span of 10 years. A few pictures here will show us what exactly it is that we are launching today. After the video, the President will speak. Ladies and gentlemen, the Marine Drive on your screen.
That weaves together these various nodes into a cohesive urban core, embracing the country's legacy and preparing for its future in the 21st century. Utilizing the city's best assets, its markets, recreation areas, and leisure spaces, the promenade will provide the people of Accra unprecedented access to the city's beachfront and to create around its existing monumental core a new monumental avenue and public promenade right on the sea. This new public promenade is punctuated by 3 new anchors, each of which celebrates Ghana's rich history and provides the capital world-class civic spaces. Anchoring the promenade on either side are the new National Concert Hall next to Nkrumah's monument and the National Museum and refurbished Osu Castle and grounds. Both iconic destinations will be open to the public. Extending from Independence Square down to the waterfront, the new park culminates in a coastal overlook that offers dramatic sweeping vistas across this part of the Gulf of Guinea.
Ladies and gentlemen, so the Marine Drive project, you got a pictorial view of it. And at this point, shall we all rise as I present the President of the Republic of Ghana, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo.
Chief of Staff,
Please be seated.
Madam Chief of Staff, Minister for Tourism, Arts and Culture, Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, Minister for Communications, the former Minister for Tourism, Arts and Culture, Members of Parliament, Accra Metropolitan Chief Executive, Niosu, Niokwe, Duana Kinka VI, Nigbe Semia Iboi, Bonte II, traditional rulers, Ulome, members of the diplomatic corps, fellow Ghanaians, ladies and gentlemen. It is with considerable pleasure that I join you in cutting the sword for the commencement of construction works for this important project, the Marine Drive Tourism Investment Project. I commend the dynamic Minister for Tourism, the Honorable Catherine Afeku,
Member of Parliament, for bringing this initiative to reality. In the run-up to the December 2016 elections, my party, the New Patriotic Party, and I indicated that with the country's tourism sector still largely underdeveloped, we've been unable to exploit the huge potential that our tourist attractions offer in creating wealth and generating jobs, and in marketing the country as an exciting destination for leisure, conference, sports, health, educational, and tourism, and cultural tourism. We thus pledged, amongst others, to develop aggressively our tourist sites, to bring them to world-class standards, complete with the requisite amenities and facilities if we won the elections. Today, we begin the realization of this pledge with the construction of the Marine Drive Tourism Investment Project. We are all aware how our countries all over the world, particularly our neighbors in West Africa, have made good use of their beachfronts, and as a result, rake in considerable revenues for the development of their communities and countries. We intend to go down that path. Ladies and gentlemen, the conception of this project dates back to the time of independence. The vision was to modernize the entire beachfront of the capital, Accra, with the aim of making the city a trade and economic hub in West Africa, and at the same time promoting tourism. It has been 60 years in the making, and I'm happy that in spite of the many unsuccessful efforts made in the past to undertake this project, today we are beginning this project. In line with the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture's target of generating jobs, especially for the youth and unemployed, the Marine Drive Tourism Investment Project, from construction to the operational stage, is expected to employ some 150,000 people. It is noteworthy also that the required consultations have been done prior to this ceremony. I'm happy to hear that the chiefs have given their full support to the project, that their concerns have been addressed. Mime, Wondanya Shiwa. Typical of projects such as this, planners most often than not consider only the economic or financial benefits. Ensuring that this was not the case in this project, the architects and planners have ensured that the interests of the public have been factored into the design. They put in place a network of well-connected, multi-use public spaces that fit with the surrounding communities. The architects, Messrs. David Ajay and Associates, featuring the renowned, world-acclaimed Ghanaian architect, Sir David Ajay, have also included in this project a theme park in honor of the founding fathers of our nation, the legendary Big Six. This will be a monument that will celebrate their contribution towards the liberation of our country from colonialism and foreign domination. I express my appreciation to all who have in diverse ways helped ensure that our Marine Drive, the Marine Drive Tourism Enclave of the capital city, Accra, is today seeing a new dawn. I expect the project to be completed on time within the stipulated construction period. I'm confident that all of us gathered here will be present again here very soon for the commissioning of this project. Thank you, and may God bless us all in our homeland, Ghana, and make her great and strong. Nyosu, Nigbese, Mifagwemene, no, Nibi in your office, this and Magwena, Ranmaya, Amerifa. No, ma Binebe, Nihamigbe, Ni Maya, Nigbe, Inglemona, Ni Yasin Yabie. Lukwa ni jabu zoni, Huamisia, Yabia, Amelquania. Onye Wado Denche, Yawado Eko.
The President of the Republic of Ghana, Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, now will be ushered to cut the sword formally, and then after.
Please come this way. Please come this way. The press, please come this way.
So we just had President Akufo-Addo cutting sword the of the Marine Drive here. cost about $2.1 billion, and it's going to span 10 years. I mean, that's along the construction of this marine drive is going to take 10 years, and it's going to cost, and then the private entity, about $2.1 billion United States dollars. The president just did the honors by cutting short for the project. Now, before the short cuts it, we have speeches by the president himself and the sector minister. I'm talking about the tourism minister, Madam Catherine Afeku. She's somewhere. Try and see if we can get Madam Catherine Afeku to throw more light on the exercise. I see Catherine Afeku there. We will just try and rush through it. Have a word with the Honourable Minister. Honourable, good afternoon.
We need to see Madam Chief of Staff and then I come back.
Okay, you are still watching Joy News from Bola Beach, just behind the Independence Square. The President, Akufo-Addo, just cut short for the commencement of work on the marine drive. We're told by the sector minister, Madam Catherine Afeku, this is to decongest the national capital to a very large extent, create jobs for the teeming youth who are unemployed in the communities, and also boost the economic outlook of the area. We know this is going to take place within two traditional areas. We have the basic traditional area one, and then the Osu traditional area. So we had both chiefs well represented here, and they've also given their fullest support to this project, which is expected to commence any moment here at Bola Beach. Now, the president, in his opening remarks, made mention of the fact that the tourism industry will receive a major boost by the construction of this marine drive, and is also expected to clear up the coastal line of the national capital. The sector minister is there. Let's just quickly get to Madam Catherine Afeku for her initial remarks. Madam Catherine Afeku, you are live on Joy News on the pulse. We just want, observation of this crucial
ready, and we mean business. Tourism is getting a new face through the marine drive. So I'm happy.
It's been 60 years in the making, and it is interesting that your turn, you're making it happen. What did you do differently compared to what your predecessors did? We know that your predecessor also put in a lot of work, and you are continuing it. What's different?
I think, but I'll leave relations. It's a relationship I built with the custodians, the alluvial owners, and maybe because I'm a member of parliament, I have been to the grassroots and just knowing how to get people to believe in your ideas. It works because of the experience on the ground. But I will humbly say that it's divine intervention.
10 years this project is going to take. And we have a lot of people who are going to be affected